Welcome to the party, pal. Your Flint neighborhood master chaos here with the one and only brother chaos. There he is, brother chaos. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Master Chaos. How's everybody out there? I hope everyone's having a wonderful day.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good time. And thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking VSAs, and most notably, it's going to be a triple feature. I didn't tell brother chaos this, but I'm going to sneak one in here because I don't really want to talk about this movie very much, and I'm pretty sure brother chaos is not going to want to waste his time watching this anytime soon, because you
Right.
haven't seen Tiger Claws yet, right?
No, I haven't. That's the only one I haven't seen yet. No.
Okay. Well, this is basically as bad as Tiger Claws 3. So
Oh,
I
really?
oh god, it's awful. So we'll be talking about Talons of the Eagle towards the end. So it's a triple feature, but really we're going to be focusing on two VSAs that we both had a chance to watch, namely Fortress of America and Wolfpack.
Back from the dead.
Now, before we get into it, it's been a while since we sort of touched base. How are things with you? Are things going well on your side of the world?
Things are good. I'm still doing my reading challenge. Right now, I'm reading Stephen King's The Shining. I'm about 200 pages into it,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what? It's not that great.
No, it's awful. Yeah,
I'm
I read it and I was very disappointed by it. Honestly, it's not good at all.
I'm trying. I want to finish it because I want to not give up on any of the books that I start, but I wanted to see why the differences between the movie and the book. Although there was that TV miniseries that
Oh yeah,
what's his name made
yeah, Mick
Tim-
Garris.
yeah, Mick Garris, and that one was boring. I should have watched that one and said don't read the book. But you know what? I'm a stupid idiot because I googled what's Stephen King's most read and famous book, and that one came out. That a lot of people. So I said, well, the masses can't be wrong. You know what? Sometimes they are. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's also I think it's his most popular movie, so people go, oh well, let me read the book, and so that's why it's
Right.
probably the most read. But I doubt most people would say that the book is better than the original movie because
Right.
there's
I,
no.
I would. I don't think so. Right now, I'm 200 pages in, and
Yeah,
it's tough. I have to force myself to finish reading it. Hopefully, next time we talk, I'll be finished with it.
hopefully. Well, good luck with that.
Thank
Uh,
you. And how are
uh,
things around? How are things around your center of the universe?
things are they're okay. Like things are still slow with the movie. I'm still not 100% sure whether I'm directing or not.
Right.
But the script is right now. I'm in rewrites, and so that's the only pre-production we're doing. And if apparently I heard we're shooting in April, but I haven't heard anything in terms of any kind of forward momentum. So we're not casting or anything. So I have no idea. It's a weird place to be in, but it's one of those things where they could call me tomorrow and say, "Okay, you're directing. We're shooting in 3 weeks. Let's go."
Mhm.
And it's just the nature of the beast when it comes to low budget filmmaking nowadays.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best. I'm sending positive vibes your way.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. All right. Speaking of positive vibes, let's talk about the boob-filled Fortress of America. Now, were you familiar with this movie at all before getting it?
Not at all. I never even heard about it. No.
It's
You
now.
think
Go ahead.
you think you would have because if you saw the cover and you saw the extra K's on it, you would say, "Oh, I remember that title." But no, that never heard of it.
Now it's not a trauma movie, but it was released by Trauma.
Hmm.
And I can certainly see the trauma sensibilities. There's a lot of elements that fit the trauma brand, but it was completely made outside of the trauma sphere of influence for what it is. Now it's been a while since I've seen Fortress of America because this was like a January release. So I'm gonna lean on you when it comes to plot because I haven't. I honestly, it's a there's not much going on in the movie anyway. So what the hell's happening in this
That's
movie?
true. There's not much going on in the movie, and it's forgettable. And well, one thing is pretty much there's this militia group somewhere out in the rural areas of America, in the forest or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you think that they would be well organized and have like a manifesto, like a plan, but they don't go into that aspect very much. I don't I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong and they say it, but I don't remember them doing anything but just like practicing outside, shooting things, and they don't have any like real mission,
Right.
except the people that wander in or trespass, although they took the land by force, but that the trespass into their land, they kill them like savagely, like they burn up this person's car, and they say, one guy said, "Oh look, I love your barbecues," joking to the other militia member. And so they just kill people that walk into their territory. And then there is this character, John Whitecloud, which he just got out of jail. I don't remember what for, but I don't think it was anything that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not liked very well by most of the people in the town, and I don't know why. But I think he tries to help the victims of the militia group, or he helps try to stop the madness that's going on. But he's not being helped by many people in the village. They don't like him. The sheriff of the town doesn't like him, and so but I thought he was a good character. But the movie is very forgettable, and Vinegar Syndrome said that it has a lot of gore. You know what? Maybe, but I don't remember it. You think if it was spectacular gore, you'd remember it. I don't remember. Yeah, I remember that scene with the head and stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you kind of nailed it. It's about a bunch of militia people. I remember they were just kind of like killing innocent people. Like, how can you get away with that? There's no way.
I
that
know.
you can just like the fact that the police know that they're out there, but they don't do anything.
Exactly, yeah. And they just kill people, and that's it. They wander onto their land. Yeah, they're the most stupid militia group ever. I mean, they're stupid dumb. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it does have nice boobs in the movie.
Yeah.
So that's always a plus. So that's probably why I'm gonna give it an extra star. But
yeah. The one thing I would remember from this movie forever is that it has exceptional breasts throughout the whole thing. There's a picture I can't show, but it's if you go to the Vinegar Syndrome website and you look through the little like pictures, you can see for yourself. There's a woman with monster knockers doing yoga. That's a fantastic sequence. That's one of my favorite scenes of all time.
yeah,
There's a lot of other nudity from other women in the movie. They don't all look like this lady. And this isn't the Fantastic Knockers woman. That's another lady that gets naked. But that's the one thing I think that the movie really has is it's not lying to you. When you see this cover, I'm pretty sure that woman's in the movie and you see her.
Yeah.
So at least the cover isn't lying there. But it is a very odd movie because it almost, to me, from what I remember, it feels like two different movies. You have that Indian guy story where like the sheriff doesn't like him. It's kind of like a Rambo thing.
Yeah.
Random militia shit. And then they only really meet at the end of the movie for like the last like 10 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a perfect assessment.
And it doesn't necessarily make it a good movie. You know, it makes it really awkward and kind of lame and it's just kind of a mess. But do you think this is a movie that somebody could just turn their brains off and just enjoy? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the only way to approach this movie. Turn your brain off and just enjoy. You might not enjoy it that much, but I mean, it's easy on the eyes because it has the boobs and it has a little some gore. I wouldn't say exceptional gore. I've seen better gore,
Right.
but that's the way to go into it if you're gonna watch it.
I'm actually gonna go. I don't remember what I rated this on Letterboxd, so I'm gonna go in and see what I put for this, so that I can I'll use that as my rating. Do you know how many stars you're gonna give it?
Yes. Should I say
why
right
don't you go
now?
ahead. Yes.
2 stars.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you think it needed work?
It definitely needed work, and the extra stars for the boobies.
Gotcha. All
Yeah,
right.
it really is a 1-star movie, but thank God that it has. No, don't keep showing that bald-headed woman anymore. That one, yes, that is nice. That's what I want to see more of. I don't want to see bald women.
Hey,
No offense to anyone that has that haircut.
Do you think she's bald on top? Do you think she's bald on the bottom?
Oh my gosh, that's chaos. Naughty.
Okay, Fortress of America, 2 for you. It's gonna be 1 for me, and it really is only for the nude scenes. I would never watch it again. I think it's just incompetently made, and it's boring. There's just scenes of nothingness.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's really just an awful movie that should never have been spotlighted at all. And
right.
It's unfortunate that for some reason VSA has become a dumping ground for these movies that are just not great, and it certainly doesn't do anything for the brand or the appeal of the sub label. Am I correct in that?
Definitely. I mean, when they said Vinegar Syndrome Archive, I thought it was going to be horror movies, action movies, adventure movies with lots of tits, lots of blood, lots of cheesy, maybe not the best movies, but movies that were fun to watch and had kind of like a cheesy atmosphere to it.
Right.
But that's not what we're going to be talking about that in the next movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we say farewell to Fortress of America, just one more shot at our favorite. we love her, whoever she is. I hope she's doing well, and
I hope she's doing well. I hope she's doing better.
Wow. Okay. Brother Cal's playing favorites. Okay, moving on to the next one. This has been a very VSA rich year. I mean, we've gotten 1 a month. Which is nice. Is this you've been following this from the beginning? Do you think this is the fastest they've been putting out VSAs?
Most definitely, without a doubt, this is the fastest they've been putting out VSAs. And you guys probably already know I've decided to collect every VSA, no matter how bad it is. If it's, I'm always disappointed in this new movie that we're going to be talking about. This VSA.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna collect them no matter what. I had some problems halfway through my journey where I gave up on VSAs, but thank God none of them were sold out, and I continued to collect them. Thanks to Master Chaos, which gives me a good discount on them because he has the subscriber package.
Yeah. Or else, and the prices on these have gone up because now they're like $30.
Yes, they're 30. In the beginning, they were $27.99, and before that, I think they were only $25. I think when I first started collecting them. And
now they think that this is worth $30. This is Wolfpack. This is a February release. And initially I thought it was such an odd idea to release what looked like a football movie. I mean, and they're like, no, it's more than a football movie. But honestly, it is kind of a TV movie about football.
Yeah, it's a really awful movie. Worse than Fortress of America.
Oh yeah, worse. Because there's no real gore or violence really, and there's
there really isn't. There isn't.
There's nothing. There's nothing in this movie except it's a TV movie about jocks that spend way too much time shirtless.
Yeah, and read Nietzsche. How do you say that?
Nietzsche.
Yeah, they read that, and they read all the. You want to go ahead and say what this one is about?
Again, I watched it such a long time ago that my memories. I mean, I watch a lot of movies, so correct me if I'm wrong here. But the story is about. Let me see. I have a picture of the guy. Did I not grab it? Here we go. We have a picture of this guy. So the guy in the jean jacket has just moved to town. This is his mom, not his hot girlfriend, in the brown sweater. And they moved to town. He's a football star, and he teams up with these jocks. And I guess the team's name is Wolfpack, and it's like a high school team. And the blonde guy is essentially a Hitler Youth, and he terrorizes the school. And then these girls sing to him for some reason at the end of the movie, and they factor into the poster art. That's essentially what it is. It's high school football as Hitler Youth training camp.
Yeah, that's right. The youth are fascist, and they try to like control the school because the school had a lot of problems with druggies and smoking in the bathroom and stuff like that. So the football team, they patrol the school and they take care to clean up or something, but they do it in the wrong way because they terrorize the people, and the teachers apparently don't give a shit, and they let this go on. And there's a scene where the teachers are like, well, there's less drug behavior going on, so maybe we wait a little while and maybe things will get better. But the teachers don't do anything. There's one teacher that I think is influencing the other students in the wrong way, and especially the football players. Like talking about the Hitler Youth thing that you said. But in the end, that subplot with that teacher, the bad teacher, doesn't pan out. They don't talk about what happened to him or what happens at all with that character.
Yeah. Not to go into spoilers, but it feels like it was he was sort of the mastermind behind things, and then it seems he's gonna go and just start doing the same shit at some other school. At least that's what I took from it.
Okay. And then this is not a spoiler because it says it in the Vinegar Syndrome thing, but there's this old guy that loves football, that he loves the school, and he ends up being attacked one night. Yeah, in that scene, in his car, and they break his windshield. And this is towards the end of the movie, but it's in the Vinegar Syndrome commentary that they attacked this old guy. Right. And that kind of like towards the third act, that kind of switches things up. And the first football player, the one that just moved into town, he decides to take a stand. And even though he's on the football team, he tries to speak out about the bad things that are going on within the whole football community.
Yeah. And honestly, I would have no problem with a movie about football and connecting it to Nazism or whatever, or fascism or whatever you want to call it. I think it's a perfect arena for that.
Yeah.
My issue with the movie is that it's so weak that it doesn't really go anywhere with it. Like
the violence is very subtle. It's not like intense. If it was something like what's that movie?
American History X.
American History X. Now that has balls.
Yeah,
if
you like the balls.
Put some of that action into this movie, I might have liked it better. I even would have said, I would have even clapped if I saw some of that gusto, Yeah. But no, you don't see that in this movie.
No, it's pretty neutered when it comes to balls. Nothing really happens.
And it has no boobs. Oh, come on, man! It's a VSA. Have one, and it's a high school movie, so have one hot chick take off her top or something. Oh my gosh, that's the chaos. No.
Yeah. Just get one hot chick like this one, and just the movie's perfect.
It needed that. Don't high school kids are horny all the time, and they have their testosterone yeah, all the time going on, and they want to screw each other. What more perfect place than in a high school movie? Being a VSA, I would have expected at least one sex scene, but no, there aren't.
No.
There's like a kissing scene, and there's like a pool scene, but the girl doesn't go, "Hey, look at mine." You know, there's none of that. It needed that. Oh,
it needed blood. It definitely needed boobs, and honestly, it needed a better story, at least a thicker story. There was not much. And I keep saying it's a TV movie. It feels like a TV movie, like a movie. Like, oh man, you know, don't let your friends influence you because they might be Nazis.
Yeah,
you know, very, very weak. I never felt like the dude was like seriously under threat. But I mean, I was hoping that by the third act something crazy would happen, but nothing really does. That, you know, not to get into big spoilers, but the finale here is so lame and so simplistic.
Yes.
That I was almost embarrassed for the movie. Like, what? Why did they choose that? Did they run out of money and then they decided to do this? This is ridiculous.
I would say this is probably one of the worst VSAs that I've seen, and I've seen them all except for Tiger Claws, simply because I have it in my apartment, but I can't find it. But I've seen all the other ones except the third one we're going to be talking today because I haven't gotten it in the mail yet.
Right.
But this one is one of the weakest, and one that I will never watch again. I'm just gonna have it on my shelf and just to be a completionist, you know.
Collecting dust, one of the dust collectors.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's so lame. I wouldn't go as well. I mean, it is pretty bad, but if I was forced at gunpoint, hey, watch a VSA or we'll blow your brains out, I would rather pick Wolfpack over Dungeon of whatever, Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Mandingos.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought that one was cheesy fun.
I know you've seen it like 3 times. You said. 2
or 3 times. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Jeez. I would pick this movie over that. I would also pick this movie over House of Usher. I thought it was really boring.
Oh, House of Usher was so bad. But I was happy that it was, because my favorite genre is horror. Mm-hmm. So I was happy that they had a horror one in the VSAs. Every time that they announce a horror title in the VSAs, I cheer. Yeah. But House of Usher, you know what? Maybe House of Usher is worse than Wolfpack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, House of Usher, and the guy from Halloween, he's in it, right?
Yeah, Donald Pleasance.
But he doesn't do much.
No.
That one was awful.
Nobody does anything. So boring.
Wolfpack, at least, I mean, I wasn't bored by it. I guess that's the highest compliment I could give it, that I wasn't bored.
No, I mean it's competently made. It just doesn't deliver anything. And strangely enough, something we've discussed it off air, but the fact that Wolfpack was apparently the movie that inspired the VSA line. What do you think about that?
I think that's so disappointing to hear.
Yeah.
I have no words. Those girls are singing to a crappy movie, a crappy football team, crappy TV movie. Yes, this is a TV movie that no one would want to watch. It would probably be on the low ratings.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this would honestly have fit perfectly in the TV movie box set if they made it part 2 or volume 2. It would 100% fit right in there with that. For better or worse, but all right. So that's Wolfpack. We weren't impressed. What's your star rating on this one?
1 star, and that's because I just wasn't bored by it. I could watch it, but it's not something that I wanted to watch.
Yeah,
but I don't recommend it to anybody. Do not buy this movie.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we've seen that because VSAs used to sell out super fast. And now a lot of these are hanging out like for like longer than a year because people are like, we know this is shit.
Exactly.
And also, of course, they pushed up the run count. So they used to be like 2,000. Now they're like at 6,000, 8,000.
Yeah, they've done that.
So that's probably why it hasn't sold out as fast. But anyway, yeah, it sucks. And I agree, 1 star. Wolfpack it's weak sauce. It just doesn't have any of the elements that you expect or you'd want to see in a movie like this. Besides, they toss in a little bit of eye candy, but you're right. She doesn't. What would you have wanted her to do again? How would you have if yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
We don't get that, unfortunately.
We don't. Sadly, we don't.
Exactly. There's Wolfpack, 1 star. It's pretty lame. Speaking of lame, let me highlight this. I was gonna wait on it, but I said, I honestly don't want to even talk about this. I'm done reviewing Jalal Merhi movies. I never want to do it again. Wow. As a matter of fact, I will only be buying these for Brother Chaos. I won't even watch them. I'm not even going to watch them. And 100% guarantee you, there's going to be more of these coming from Vinegar Syndrome. Because this guy made like a ton of movies. And they're all the same shit. And they're all stupid. It's all like, he's a tough, Israeli Steven Seagal knockoff from Canada, right, who teams up with either a muscle black guy or Cynthia Rothrock. And, obviously I know it's Billy Blanks, but I'm being facetious. And then they go on some he's always a cop, and they go on some stupid thing where they have to investigate karate fighting in the city. And it's just like the dumbest thing ever, man. Now I know,
but it wasn't even cheesy fun, not even a little bit.
No, and like, look, I love Miami Connection. I really liked New York Ninja. To me, that's cheesy fun when it comes to like those kung fu shit.
All right.
This was trying to be Cobra, but but it was so lame that it just makes you embarrassed for everybody. And whenever there's a lot of fighting in it, but I'm just on my phone, like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's not fun fighting. It's just like the same kind of shit. It all so choreographed and boring. I will say Billy Blanks steals the movie. He's great in this, very charismatic. Right. But fucking Jalal Merhi is like the most boring, dead-faced guy in the world. He has zero charisma in this movie. Awful. What's the plot? I basically just said it. They're undercover cops and they're investigating karate fighting. That's it. James Hong, where is it? James Hong is in this, of course, Lo Pan. And he's okay, but there's not much to do with he does not given enough to do with the movie. So this is going to be an official triple feature of reviews for me, because Talons of the Eagle gets 1 star.
Wow, I thought you were going to give it 0 stars.
I mean, I'm being nice only because I know it's hard to make these movies, but I'm not going to take it out the whole way because I don't want to rip it or anything. But 1 star, just to be polite. There are some special features on here, like a commentary track with Jalal Merhi, which I'm not going to listen to at all. I'll probably fall asleep. And then you get a making of documentary with the cast and crew, and that's pretty much it, as well as the poster, which we all know.
Could we talk a little bit about the construction of the VSAs?
Sure.
At first, I thought it was cool that it was bottom loading, but then the thing is, once you try to put it back in, the plastic snags on that.
Yeah, right.
And it could easily destroy the case. Now, Vinegar Syndrome has put out movies that are side loading.
Yes.
And I wouldn't mind if they switched it up. If Vinegar Syndrome is listening, if they switched it up and made it the side load, that is much better. Yeah, in my opinion.
But do you think, at this point, this is by the way, this is a lot looser than normal. Look, it kind of keeps it on its own, so that's kind of nice. You don't have to yank it, but I don't think they can change the VSA packaging at this point. I think it's accepted that this is what it looks like. So
yeah,
I don't know. Did you know? I don't know if you saw the unboxing when I got Wolfpack, that some copies of Wolfpack came with patches of the Wolfpack logo.
Oh really? I didn't know that. No, wow.
Now
that goes straight into the garbage.
Yeah. Well, okay, good. Because I thought it was a thing. I was like, oh, it's missing from Brother Chaos's copy, so I'm gonna reach out to Vinegar Syndrome and say, hey, I didn't get a patch in my VSA.
Right.
Because I as a completionist, I'm sure maybe you would have wanted it, but I doubt. You're not gonna put it on your shirt or whatever.
No, I'm gonna. If it would have come, I would have kept it securely in the box in case I need to resell it like down the line.
Right. But apparently, from what I've been told in the comments, the patch was only exclusive to some copies. Like, it was random.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think that artwork, the back of the Wolfpack Blu-ray,
Mm-hmm.
it's more badass than the movie itself.
Yeah.
The wolf and stuff that goes.
Yeah.
That was more. And looking at that, you would think, oh, that it would be more, have more guts. So the movie have more
Balls.
testosterone in it. You know,
Yeah.
after all, it's about football, one of the most dangerous sports out there. So you think that the movie would be a little bit more ferocious, but it's not. No.
No, absolutely not. And I think that is the biggest drawback to the movie is that it just doesn't go where it should go. Like it sort of like hints at that, but it doesn't really get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, just a trilogy of 1 stars from this first batch of VSAs. I'm happy to report I'm done with Jalal Merhi, so don't expect any more reviews. This is the last one. I didn't want to burden Brother Chaos with it because I'm not even going to remember what this is about, except it's karate fighting guys in a week. I won't remember this at all. Oh, by the way, this is your copy, pal. I'm sending it to you this week.
Awesome. Thank you.
And let's see. Since you're here, where is it? I saw it last night. Awful.
Oh, yeah. That's the other movie that I told Master Chaos to pick up for me. Yeah.
Awful.
But is it cringy fun though? A little bit fun?
I mean, I honestly think you're going to love this.
Oh, really?
I think you're going to love it because it's basically about some like super wimpy dude who like hits this like disgusting woman with his car, and she's like, "Come here, boy. I'm gonna keep you for loving." And then she locks him in like in a dog cage, and then uses him for sex or tries to use him for sex.
Oh man, that sounds fun.
That's what I'm saying. I think you're gonna have a good time with it.
Backwoods Marcy, right?
Yeah, awful, just awful. And then it comes to the second movie, which is probably the worst goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
an ex-hooker's Christmas Carol. This is, that is the ultimate endurance movie. I love
endurance movies. I love movies that are tough to sit through.
Right. So I think you're in for a treat. This is a perfect film, a double feature, I should say, for you.
All right.
Junky shit. Oh. Anyway, let's call it a day.
All right, let's call it a day.
Thank you for joining me, Brother Chaos.
No problem.
I love talking VSAs with you. And are you a little less enthused for what's coming up VSA wise because of this batch?
Yes, not only this batch, but that one little comment that Vinegar Sinjo made that the Wolfpack inspired the VSA line.
Mm-hmm.
That is such bad news, man. It really is. It kind of frightens me a little bit as a collector.
Yeah. Because that means, because the Wolfpack is so outside the box of everything they've released in a VSA.
It is.
So by saying that, that means anything is a VSA. Anything they say is a VSA.
Yeah, I don't know. But
weird.
Who knows? Just keep watching Master Chaos's videos, see what happens with the VSA line, and
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
So I guess we'll meet up maybe for another VSA review in the summer, when there's 3 more, and then maybe you can chime in with your thoughts on Talons of the Eagle if you get a chance to watch it.
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
All right, that's what we'll do. Okay, folks at home, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us and chatting VSAs. Leave your comments down below. We'd love to hear from you. Like always, we love you. We love you just the way you are.
Yes, we do.
If you like these movies, let us know in the comments as well. Or if you agree, let us know. We're always curious, and we'd love to continue the conversation down below. For now, signing off until we meet again.